love some cozy mysteries or want to indulge in the work of an author who's really the queen of writing crime novels, keep watching this video. Today, we'll discuss 14 books written by Agatha Christie. She was an English writer who wrote close to 70 detective novels and many short story collections. But what's shocking is she also wrote in genres other than crime. She has written romance novels, a memoir, and some very popular plays. You may have already heard about her most popular character, Hercule Poirot, but there's also Miss Marple and more. I have read 14 of her books and plan to read more. Let me tell you about the ones I have read in the order of my least favorite to most favorite ones. But the very first one is more of an honorable mention. I can't rank it because I have read only one Marple mystery so far, a Caribbean mystery. What's interesting to me is at some point in my history of my channel here, I say it was my first ever Agatha Christie book. I believe it to be true because I've always said the truth in my videos unless my bad memory end up failing me at some point in future. This book is set in an amazing beach location where Miss Marple is listening to a story by an old man, and the man is telling her about a murderer and ends up dying. The mystery revolves around finding the reason or person behind this old man's death. It's a simple and cozy read which I definitely would recommend if you want to pick up an easy, nice read, Now, starting with my least favorite book, Poirot Investigates. It's a collection of short stories and I think I disliked it because it's short stories. Every time I read short stories, I just feel unfulfilled. I feel stories are never finished or make little to no sense. Poirot Investigates actually goes way too fast, gives you the facts, and then boom, Poirot reveals who's the murderer. There's no guessing, no anticipation. Reading this felt like studying some research work, So I wouldn't blame myself for putting this in the most disliked pile for myself. Next is The Murder on the Links. It's predictable, forgettable, and lacked the Agatha Christie charm that I love. I didn't like the plot and the characters. Overall, I ended up not enjoying this book. Next is Black Coffee, which honestly, I should have just put in the honorable mentions. See, when you buy any Agatha Christie paperback, there's this whole list of Agatha Christie books mentioned at the back or front of these books. I had been following that list when I picked this up, but a point to note about this one is it's actually not written by the author. Somebody called Charles Osborne wrote it. He basically novelized this play written by Agatha Christie. Tried to emulate her style, but I feel like the way it was written, or maybe that's the story itself, it was too predictable. The plot is about this precious formula that was stolen and this guy locking all the suspects in a room and giving them one last chance to fix their mistake. Instead, a murder happens. It's fast-paced and entertaining, but I certainly didn't enjoy it much. Then there were none. This is a tricky one. It's about these people who arrive on an island and one by one they start dying following a song. Nothing I would say would make sense to a lot of people who absolutely enjoy this book. At times I have felt like I might be the only person in the whole world who didn't enjoy this one. Seriously, after all, the book is world's best-selling mystery and with over 100 million copies sold. Next, Peril at End House is a story where Poirot is not only trying to save this woman called Nick, but also trying to make her believe she's actually in danger. So the murder hasn't happened yet, it's in the works, and that makes this book slightly different than other Poirot mysteries where he usually arrives at the scene when at least one murder has happened already. I didn't find it as smooth as other books by Agatha Christie. Talking about the next one, Murder on the Orient Express and The Mystery of the Blue Train. Plot of both novels revolve around incidents on a train. Murder on the Orient Express, really good, but honestly, I need to read it again as I kept no notes or memories of reading this book, and I'm in no position to share what I really loved about this book. The Mystery of the Blue Train, well, I didn't like the fact that it takes sort of forever for the murder to happen, and then the mystery begins. So that build up, not my favorite time in the book. This one is also a bit more tough to read because of its language, but otherwise it's enjoyable and a good one, I think. Talking about some books that I really liked a lot, The Big Four. The structure of this book is quite different from several Agatha Christie books. It's fast-paced, racy, and very enjoyable. It's more of a spy fiction as it's about this organization called The Big Four, which is considered a very powerful organization that has almost achieved world domination, but Poirot steps in, ruining their plans. After the Funeral is another book I enjoyed so much. Lots of characters. The book begins begins with death of a rich person, and it was supposed to be a natural death until someone passes a casual remark that it could have been a murder, and then our mystery begins. I also enjoyed Lord Edgware Dies. I actually read it last year, I think. I wish I had done a review video. I did write the review, I think, and if I can find it, I'll surely do a video for you to share more in-depth info about this book. It's a good one, so do check it out. The ABC Murders is another book that I may reread because, hey, making these Agatha Christie book reviews for you are still important to me, even though I dropped the ball a bit during my recent phase of reading slump and creative block. The plot of this particular book revolves around this sort of serial killer who's only known as ABC. It's interesting. My most favorite Agatha Christie novels so far are The Mysterious Affair at Styles and The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. The Mysterious Affair at Styles is about this woman who's murdered, and mystery is about how the crime was committed and who did that. It's Agatha Christie being her brilliant self, where she makes you suspect every single character and just gives you a lot of entertainment. And Murder of Roger Ackroyd, I love it for its genius plot. You are unable to guess who's the murderer. It's really good. Full review of a lot of these books is in the description, so do check it out. And that's all for today's video. You have had 14 mini reviews in this one video. Do not forget to hit a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. And thanks so much for watching.